All right, everybody, welcome back to the Unshaken Truth podcast. I'm your host, Pearson, and I have a close friend with me. Welcome to the Fresh Faith series, and I'm here with my friend Geoffrey. Geoffrey, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Can you tell the viewers a little about yourself?
My name's Geoffrey, as you heard already. I'm going into my junior year at Wiley High, and yeah, I like tacos.
Tacos. Tacos are good. What's your favorite taco?
The burrito ones. You know, the ones that are like the soft tacos and got the stuff and the leaves in there.
Dude, I've never had one of those.
Really?
No.
They're so good.
Dude, I want to try. Where do you go?
You can get them all over.
Really?
Yeah, they're
That's
good.
crazy. Sweet. So this series is just called Fresh Faith, just to bring on new people that have come to Christ. And Geoffrey has just come to Christ as well.
I have.
So sweet. And we're going to talk about that. I'm really excited. But let's just get started, man. Like tell the viewers where you're from and like what was your childhood like growing up?
So I'm from Texas. I have been from Texas, and just grew up in the neighborhood, messing around with friends, you know. Would go to church often, if not every Sunday. And there was this point where the church I was going to at that point, the Methodist church, kind of took out a part of the Bible so it could accept like gay marriage. And my dad did not like that. So we stopped going for a while.
Just completely stopped going?
Completely stopped. And that was really kind of not a rough point, but it was definitely just a point where I didn't have a faith. There was no faith at all. And that's when I got into like kind of the bad stuff. Like sexual immorality, and I never did any drugs or anything like that, but there was definitely kind of like I kind of wondered, you know. But thank God I never got into any of that. But yeah, and yeah.
Sweet. Now, I know you kind of like just hit it off right then, but you talked a little bit about like your childhood and going up to church. What was it like going up to the Methodist church? Like, what was it like? Did you enjoy going to church like whenever you were younger, or do you just like, I'm just here because my parents are here?
Well, originally it was like that.
Yeah.
But I actually did like going. There was they would always have this thing called like a pancake flip or something like that, and you could eat as many pancakes as you want. And as a little kid, that was my jam. So I loved eating pancakes, and that was really kind of the reason I would go all the time, because I didn't, think that it was not all the time. But yeah, they once they kind of branched into having the modern kind of service, and then the other one,
Traditional.
yeah, that was kind of like the split of when I didn't really want to go anymore, because my dad and sister would always want to go. They would call it Access, is the newer one, and I would always want to go to the traditional one, like me and my mom. So yeah.
Interesting.
But
I guess so. There's a little divide about like the traditional going to Methodist church and then going to the other one. And then, like, what were some struggles or some emptiness? And like, let me ask you this: did you have meaning before you came to Christ, or did you feel like you had a purpose?
Oh, I don't know. That's a hard question. I felt like I did have purpose, but I didn't know what my purpose was, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
I was just doing whatever. I mean, not doing the right things, obviously, but just doing anything day to day, not really having meaning to my day, just doing whatever happened. Like, there was no thought behind anything I was doing. I would always put people down to bring me up, and to make myself fit in, I would, kind of push down other people, like someone would say something, be like, hey, but you're dumb, and it was really dumb. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just how my brain was working for some reason.
Yeah. So walk me through, like, when did y'all leave the Methodist church? Like, when did y'all stop going entirely?
Oh, I mean, it had to be, shoot, maybe 2017,
Gotcha.
maybe.
It's been a while.
It was a long time.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I mean now we get into good stuff. I mean, we
Mhm.
talked about before Christ and how you grew up in the church and stuff like that. But now let's talk about like what led you to Jesus. Now, like how did you like? Let me ask you this one question before. Like, whenever you were a kid, what did you even think about Jesus and who he was?
I really didn't know.
Didn't know.
Like, I
Yeah.
went there, I would pay attention, I knew everything that he would say, I could describe everything he said, but I never put into action what he was saying,
Hmm.
and
Gotcha.
that was like, cause honestly, it is hard to put your faith in action is very, very hard,
Mm-hmm.
and something that I never did was put into action. I could tell you everything he said, I could tell you the reason by everything he said, but I just never did it because it was hard versus not doing it was really easy. And I just wanted the easy way out.
Hmm. Yeah, I think we all feel that. Like, just want the easy way out.
Hmm.
But but moving on. Now moving on. But let's go to how you actually met Jesus. Like, how did you come in contact? Like, what led you to Jesus? How'd you even come to choosing to follow him?
So, Tanner, if y'all don't know him, I met him through band, whatever. And we were kind of good friends. We had a Spanish class together. Just kind of we were not the bestest of friends, but we were still like if we saw each other like fist bump, whatever. And then he kept texting me. He was like, "Dude, come to church with me." I was like, "Okay, okay," and I never went. And then there was one time I was playing pickleball, and I get the text, and he was like, "Come to church." And I was like, "I'll go next week. I'll go next week." And then I did go. I actually did go next week, and I got there. It was a little weird because I knew absolutely nobody.
Yeah.
I knew absolutely nobody, and yeah, it was great. Uh, and I wanted to come back the next week, and I did. I came back the next week. But and Colin was like, if any of y'all are feel dead in your sin, if you feel like there is nothing left but like deadness, but like death, like there's nothing going on inside of you, like give your life up. And that's what I did. I like instantly, like I didn't even think about it. My hand went up and I just knew I had to be saved. And I went back there and I talked to Rich and he prayed for me. It was like I felt 100 less pounds.
Wow.
Like just lost 100 pounds right then and there, and like I could breathe easier, and it was crazy. I was crying all over the place. It was a mess, but
Dude, that is so cool. Um, yeah, and like, what was like? So was it just like Colin saying that you were dead and you just felt spiritually dead, like you were just
yes.
like a zombie?
Mm-hmm. I felt like there was just nothing there. Like
Mm.
I didn't notice how far I was. I always thought I was like, hey, like I'm a good person, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but I didn't realize how bad I've been. I've been, just doing the wrong things for the wrong reason, and I just didn't want to live that life anymore.
Yeah.
So,
You wanted to change. No, that's so powerful, and that's so cool. And I mean, now like, when was that? When was that Wednesday night at Gateway Students that you gave your life to Christ?
I couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you.
No,
It's
I
all
have
good.
no
No,
idea.
because I remember, I know you told Tanner one time you're like terrible with time.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Don't give me a time frame or else it's all gone.
it's all gone. Yeah, I had to drag him just to get here today. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, but no, I actually remember. I think I fist bumped you. I think I fist bumped you, and I introduced myself to you because
Yes, you did.
that's whenever you had long hair.
Yes,
Because
I
Jeffrey's
had.
he's never had this short of a hair. He actually
Mm-mm,
buzzed it. He was
mm-mm.
one of he hopped on the buzz trend this
I
summer,
did.
which I'm proud of him. I did not, but it's okay. But no, I vividly remember like fist bumping you. It was like, hey, what's up? Welcome to Gateway Students. And like you looked like not lost, but you were just like, where am I? And I was like,
Yes,
oh,
that's
I mean, I was like, dude, this guy looks like a cool guy. I was like, who are you waiting on? And I think you said Tanner or
yeah.
something. Did Tanner even come
No,
that
he did
night?
not. That
He
was
didn't
actually the day.
really?
Yeah.
That's sick, dude. It's so cool how God works in weird ways of,
Mhm.
like I mean, now we're talking about
Yeah.
that night. But that's so cool because that's crazy because like, the dude that invited you didn't even show up. And, like,
No, yeah.
the cool thing is, like, 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 the power to go without him.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
how
I didn't know he wasn't gonna show up, so
oh, you thought he was gonna show up?
yeah, I did, and I texted him, I was like, "Where you at?" He's like, "Oh, baseball ran late." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, cool. Dang, so he ditched you, man. I'm
Yeah.
sorry about that.
No, it's alright, I
Oh.
wouldn't have it any other way.
That's funny, dude. Now tell us a little about, like, how has things changed? Like, how has habits changed? How has just everyday single day life changed now that you're choosing to follow Jesus?
Well, I mean, just start off, I sleep next to my Bible every day.
Yeah.
Like, before, I'd barely even my Bible's in a drawer,
Mhm.
like and I read it whenever I can. Bryce Crawford's doing a series over Proverbs right now. I've been doing that every night since then.
Nice, dude. I love Bryce Crawford.
Um, and that was honestly like a kind of big thing that helped me a lot was the like TikToks.
Really?
Because obviously that's what you do every day,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And when I can learn something off of my phone, like that's a game changer.
Yeah.
And yeah,
That's so cool. That's so cool, like, that and, like, what, like, account? Like, so you said you like Bryce Crawford?
yeah, in the like Cliff,
Yeah,
like
Konecki.
yeah,
Yeah.
all of them.
All them. So, like, yeah, I think it's so cool to see, like I mean, that's kinda why I'm doing this is, like, I think we have a generation that is so, like, social medialized.
Hmm.
I don't even know if that's a word, but, like, we are so in our phones, and so that means that there is a mission out there.
Hmm.
And so I'll be doing these podcasts and stuff, like
Yeah,
and not saying by any means you shouldn't go to church. Like, you need to go to church, you need to have community. But at the same time, like, definitely those first steps, like you said, like, it definitely helps you grow in your faith, and it helps me grow my faith
yeah.
for sure. But, but yeah. So, let's see. What's been the biggest difference from you could say, "Okay, this was, like, without Christ Geoffrey, and then this is me now Christ with Christ Geoffrey."
Definitely my head, if and
Okay.
my heart, I guess, if
Yeah.
that makes sense. Like I don't like the things like I used to like.
Mhm.
Like if I do something bad now, I kind of get on myself about it.
Mhm.
I'm like, what? Like, would God want you to do that? And another thing, Colin kind of talked about it on Wednesday, was like, shoot. Oh, this happened last time on the podcast too.
It's okay. Prayer, we talked about
Uh,
prayer.
yeah.
Praying in war times. Okay, it'll come to you.
It will.
Okay.
It will. It will. It
It
will.
will, it will.
Oh no. It was um uh uh, I don't know.
Okay, cool. It's all
Oh.
good. If it comes back to you, which it did on the after hang, shout out the after hang. It's the other podcast that we do with Gateway students. So, but no. So you said your head was one of the biggest ones. Like, kind of like expand on that. Like, what do you mean? Like,
Yeah,
just
so like the things I used to think of, I don't think of
mm-hmm,
anymore. Like and this is what I was gonna say. Before I go into something, I would uh just ask God for like what should I do?
mm,
Like if I see something happening, I ask God what should I do? Or I see someone on to be so for real on notes on Instagram and they're like kind of like struggling with something, I ask God like what should I do? And a lot of the times it is go help them,
yeah,
because it says to go make disciples of this world and you can't make disciples if you don't do anything.
yeah. So yeah. Colin talked about a lot about like prayer and how to pray and pray about everything. So that is so powerful. How God has like changed your mind about that.
Mm.
Um, and so you talked about how like you've been reading your Bible every single day. How has that
Mm.
changed compared to old you of like, oh man, I actually like how's the Bible helped you? That's what I'm trying to say.
Just the life lessons. The Bible is so timeless, and the messages today, especially if you go on the news for 2 seconds, like it's just trying to bring you down, versus in the Bible, most of it is just, try to do this and your faith will rise, you know? Just the daily reminder that, to just trust in God with whatever I'm doing, and that his purpose, his plan is so much greater than anybody than Instagram's plan, or, you know, my dad's plan even. Um, it's just like a really great reminder to me every day who my Lord and Savior is.
That's powerful. Now talk a little bit about how your friends and your family's relationship has changed. Like, what do they think about you choosing Jesus?
So I'm gonna be for real. Um, Most of my family says they are, but it's kind of like not really, you know?
Gotcha.
Like my dad is very smart in the Bible and all that. He knows whatever, but he doesn't really live it through. And my mom is kind of the same way. My sister is actually very close to God, and she's brought her friends to Gateway and stuff like that. Um, but my friends, I've brought them all to church. I brought them all to the baptism, and um, I feel like I can talk to them if I have any struggles, or, anything like that with faith, and if they have anything, they come to me too. And it's just the reassurance that um, God has kind of changed me to be kind of like a like if they have a spiritual question, they can come to me and ask, even though I've, you know, known God for real for 2, 3 months maybe.
Wow.
But like, I, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, just a instant difference.
Yeah. So if like friends come up to you and ask like spiritual questions,
Sometimes,
really?
like if they have um any questions about anything. And one of the craziest thing, ever since I gave my life to Jesus, I've had like this thing in the back of my head that's like kind of want to do ministry, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I told my girlfriend and one of my friends, and that's it. And Colin this past week at VBS was like, "Hey, I see, like, kind of see that you wanna, I can like see it in you that you can go into ministry." And I was like, "Well, that's crazy. I've never told him anything about it. I've never even talked about it."
Mm-hmm.
And it's just crazy to see that. And then my mom the other day at dinner was like, "Yeah, I can see you going into ministry." I was, it's insane. I've never
That's
said
so
a
cool.
thing about it.
No, I think that's so cool because I think like the Lord's like working through you and your everyday actions that the other people can see, you know, where the Lord sees you.
Mhm.
And so I think that's so cool. I just think that's so cool that you only told two people and like two other people are like, "Hey, you want to do this?"
Exactly.
No, and I that was very similar to me because I want to do
Yeah.
ministry and I want to go into that. But that was very similar to me. Like a few other people were like, "Hey, man, you'd be actually like really solid." I was like, I don't know, man. Like,
Mhm.
really want to do some other stuff. And they're like, "No, man, you got a passion for it." I was like, "I
Yeah.
do have a passion for it, but no, I definitely like pursue everything that the Lord's calling for you."
Yeah, of
So I'm
course.
I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
And so as we kind of close out, what would you say to somebody who was in your position where they felt dead, like you were in that Wednesday night?
Even though it's hard, like, listen and follow through. 'Cause when you're in the moment, it's really easy to be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that," and then you get home and you don't do it.
Mm.
And that was the thing that was with me. I would get home and then just completely forget about everything that I was excited about in there.
You
Um,
talking about like in worship and
right,
like in Wednesday nights?
right,
Yeah,
right.
no, I
If
definitely.
if the pastor is saying something that is resonating with your heart, even though it's hard, follow through and try your best to follow up on it, and make it almost like a goal,
Mm.
to kind of make sure that you're paying attention, because that's something that I had to do. Every night I come home from Wednesday, my parents ask me what happened, and I make it a goal to tell them everything that really resonated with my heart, and or anything he just said. Um, because I know it'll resonate with their hearts too, even though they're not youth, but one Christian's problem is, the same as multiple others. Even though you might feel lonely in it, you and I probably have very similar sin
Struggles.
struggles as
Yeah,
well. So
for sure.
just follow through.
Follow
Follow
through.
through with it.
That's good advice. That's good advice. And I appreciate you coming on this
Yeah,
podcast, and I
thank you.
appreciate you just being here. And one last thing, like, what's your favorite Bible verse? I know you've been walking with the Lord for like 3 months. You might not have it memorized, but what's been like something that's sticking out to you that's been your favorite verse or verse of scripture?
Yeah, probably Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I have all that I need. And he goes on about how he finds valleys for you, and like, just the thing that hits me the most about that is we're just dumb little sheep.
Yeah,
We're dumb little sheep that need guidance, and the Lord is our shepherd. He's the one with the staff moving us around and making sure we find our water, making sure we get the right grass to eat. And that's just something that I love a lot.
man. I appreciate you coming on this
Yeah, thank
podcast,
you for
bro.
having me.
But yeah, I appreciate everybody who's listening, and be on the lookout for more episodes for Fresh Faith. And I appreciate you, Geoffrey, coming on this podcast, and I
Yeah.
appreciate the viewer. But it's been a fun one.
Yeah.
Peace out.